MAR 320 Consumer Behavior is a course that is used as one of the 3 concentration area courses for marketing majors. So generally this course is taken by BEC students, business management students, that are focusing in the area of marketing. And before they've taken or decide to take this course, they've already taken the introductory marketing course, Marketing 100, and they've decided to accelerate or advance their studies in marketing and possibly major in it, and this would be one of the 3 courses. But there are other students that are not marketing majors, but also they may elect to take this course. Well, the big thing about consumer behavior is that we understand that this business world is dynamic, which means that we are constantly changing, and there are issues in which business people, marketers have to reevaluate. And right now we're at a period where there's great change in economics, in terms of the way in which we spend our disposable income, because there's a lot of pressure on us in terms of utilities. And because of those changes, the purchasing patterns of our consumers are changing. And marketers have to focus on this and be aware, anticipate, and tailor their programs, strategies. And our students are learning about, what are those factors that play into these changes. The fact of consumer behavior, the focus, the objective, is to make sure that our students realize that this dynamic field of study encompasses the incorporation of anthropology, sociology, psychology, and economics. These are all factors that play into consumer behavior. So, it's a misconception that business is a technical and purely a vocational field without the strong incorporation of liberal arts. And in this course, we make sure that their students incorporate the liberal arts into the strategizing of marketing plans. So we do discuss these very important fields. What I want students to know when they are considering consumer behavior or participating in the consumer behavior course is that during this economic period, people, consumers, are probably less free to be creative in terms of their purchasing patterns, because they are at a lower tier. And what I mean by this lower tier is that maybe they're more strapped with having to meet obligations such as house payments, transportation payments. And in light of that, they should anticipate that there's going to have to be a different approach in terms of considering the potential of their sales markets. The set of principles that I would want for students taking consumer behavior, and just in general, knowing the environment that we are in right now, is that consumption isn't always on a material basis. Consumption can be on a basis of accruing knowledge, investing in your education. So during rough economic times, you might trade off acquiring more assets that are traditional in terms of earning more dollars, purchasing tangible items. You may decide that in the far future or the near future, it's a better investment to use this time to further your education, further your level of skills. And then as we move out of this economic downturn, that you're going to be in a better position for yourself, for your families. The research that I've been concentrating on during my year off with the sabbatical was to focus on this field, which I've labeled recreational facilities management. I've worked with a lot of organizations that promote recreation and park services over the years, mostly on a volunteer basis or as a basis of being a parent or a manager of a soccer team. And through all these experiences, I've learned that it's very, very important that people who participate in this very important field, recreation management, need to couple their technical skills with some educational background in liberal arts, in management, so that it's not just knowing the sport or knowing about recreation, but it's also about knowing about how to manage people that are involved in the field. So, for instance, when you're involved with coaching, that it's not just about coaching the sport, but it's also finessing the motivation, finessing the sociological aspects of grouping and teamwork, understanding that winning isn't always the ultimate goal, but enjoying the process, enjoying the group impact. I mean, these are all important things, and leadership in this field needs to be groomed, it needs to be supported. And I was hoping that maybe BMCC would consider within the management department a concentration area that we would call recreational facilities management. And this field would allow people who are maybe already invested in supporting sports or recreation to consider a 2-year degree in it. Some people have not gotten their college degrees, and this gives them a way in which to couple their technical expertise with some management. Or it's a group of students coming out of high school who haven't found what they really want to do or their niche, but they know they love sports, they love children, they've had camp experience, and they would love to kind of find a way in which to incorporate both things, you know, a viable career as well as a passion for sports. So I'd like to support that, encourage a program, and have it offered at BMCC.